Yes, sorry about that. The video cut off because I was trying to get my notes because I get these sort of inspirational ideas. As you all know, I hate swearing of any type. I'm gonna get some energy, eat banana. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this idea about the vulgarity at school that I really hated. Now I'll try and get the sound as loud as I can because I want this to be pretty epic and heard by all my viewers and subscribers. I should be a nursery teacher at school myself and make a good job of it. Should get paid quite a bit too. Okay, I'm getting more energy from my video. I think I'll have one last bite my banana. Okay, so my title is Why I Hate Vulgar Language at School. Now, this is going back a long time. In fact, let me see, since I was in year 8, so I would have been 12 years old. So, see, 28. When did I start year 8? 1993-ish. So 29 years. Can you believe it? 29 years in September. Now that is a very long time, but because of my great memory, and partly this is due to no fact, I can recall more and more incidents at school as far as my memory takes me. I've got a great recall memory now, and I'll try and develop it further and further. So there was one particular incident in the school canteen that got me really mad. I got very angry at this boy, and anyway, I'm gonna read out what I believe happened. So this is what happened. Get my notes up. So there was a boy called Mark who was in the queue, and I was really upset listening to Mark in this queue because normally you have to queue up in the canteen at lunch time. And what he said was some very disgusting things about. See, I'm getting furious just talking about it. Just imagine if he was here now. But compose yourself. Compose. Anyway, okay, I'll try this now. So, Mark was queuing up in his school canteen, and I think he got very, what's the word, aroused, horny, and he was talking about another girl called Vicky. But how did this conversation go? I think another boy also said the effort, which was pretty bad. I think his name was Leon, and he's pretty vulgar too. But that still was no excuse to trigger Mark. Now, I was just in front of Mark, and I had to listen to that disgusting words. He said he would F her in the FA. Oh! Mark, what have you done? Ooh, you made my ears sick. You said that vulgar F word to Vicky about Vicky. Ooh. Now, I wish I could have shouted at him and said, I'm going to report you to Sheila, the head teacher. Now, just imagine if Sheila was there and heard that disgusting boy's tongue. Now, Sheila would have been absolutely furious, and I saw Sheila once tell a student off so badly. Another boy, he was messing about with other girls by touching them like that on the forehead playfully. And when Sheila caught him out, his name was Red One. She came up to him and started going like that. No, you didn't touch people like that. Do you understand? You do not touch people on the head like that. and she prodded. And I was so happy. Sheila, she taught him a lesson. She made him feel so embarrassed. I was so glad. Now, then, he used an F word later in frustration, but served him right because he broke the school rules by prodding someone on the forehead like that, even though playful, it was still bad behavior. So this boy called Mark. The moment we said he would F Vicky in the FA. So I was furious with the boy, but I I should have told him, don't say that, don't swear vulgarly in front of me, and he would have said sorry, or I should have said I'll report you to Sheila. Now, if Sheila was there and caught him, I think Sheila would have went, Mark, you do not use that vulgar language in front of me and break the school rules. Do you understand? And make him embarrassed. Now, that would have been so fun. And then he would have said, Oh, oh, sorry, headmistress. Sorry, sorry. I didn't mean to. It just came out of my mouth. Please, please don't expel me. I would have loved Sheila to make him scared and wee his small pants. But he was lucky Sheila wasn't there because he would have been very sorry and he would have said, Please, please, miss, I didn't mean to. And I would have loved Sheila to say, Mark, you do not use that language in my school. And because I I was very upset and embarrassed about Mark's disgusting behavior. And he knows it was wrong because the next time he said the proper word, which I think the same girl. He said, I'm trying to remember the conversation. It was, they were talking about Vicky again. And he said, if someone likes her, I think it was the same. Leon, would you have sex? Now, that was the right word to use. So, we can be civil. And he saw me there again, and he probably knew I was not happy the first time, and he spoke to me later, but more about martial arts. But I think he sensed I was against F words and vulgar F words, so he he used the right words, and that was a much better conversation in the school canteen, and we didn't say any vulgar F words. Now, I should have said something before, but I didn't want to tell him off, you know, in public in front of his friends, but the intention was there. I badly wanted to tell him, do not ever say F word like that in front of me. And I sense he sensed I didn't like any F words. And if his teacher was there, he would have been in big trouble and got detention. Yes. And even, I can hold on. If I was a teacher, hold out your hand, mark, bang, 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 then on the backside, bang, bang, bang. Yes, punishment of the ruler. So he was lucky I didn't get involved, and I think Sheila would have liked me to establish some discipline, and it would have been a good test for my confidence to assert myself on another student for breaking the school rules. Now, I'm going to give an instance of the same F word but used in a different content. So, there was another scenario in the playground where the same boy called Mark said the F word. Now, in this content, it was playing football, and what happened was he was on the playground with other friends, and he missed. Well, someone got the ball off one of the teammates, so he missed the chance to try and score a goal. So he was very upset, and he said F word H, and that was very bad. I saw him from a distance. Now, why were there no prefects or teachers at that time? Because these students are not supposed to be using F words like that. I can understand he got angry, and the passion to win, but they say football is sometimes an aggressive game. Doesn't mean you should swear. This is setting a bad example. So again, he messed up, and he should be ashamed, and his teacher should have been informed. I should have been the referee and sent him off the pitch for that red card for vulgar language. So we don't play football at all now. You're punished. Punished your backside. So anyway, so what can we learn from these two F words now? Which one is worse? Obviously, the vulgar F word is far worse, more serious than the non-vulgar F word used in anger. Now, the angry F word carries a little justification, reason to swear. I can understand that, but I would have given him a detention for such unruly behaviour because although it's still not right, it's still, there's still a little justification because he had passion and didn't want to lose, but still doesn't make it right. So if he had the choice, of course, the non-vulgar F word would have been the one to use. The vulgar F word should have been, if I had the choice, I would have given him a serious punishment, probably 3 days suspension from school. Yes. Of course, I'd always give him licks with this too, but I would have made him wet himself, and that would have been the last time I heard that filthy language come out of his dirty tongue. His tongue. Wash your tongue out, Mark. So, Mark has really let me down, but I hope he sees this 28 years, 29 years later. I want Mark to know I was very angry with him, and I kept quiet, but I looked at him in a disgruntled, dismantled way, which means, Mark, you have to control yourself better. And this Mark seems to be, we all have desires, but I don't care how much horniness you feel. I got dismantled hearing that, very upset, dismantle. So by making me feel dismantled, you upset me greatly, and you caused me to feel furious with you, and being very upset and very dismantled. And you have to remember, school rules are there, and you have to follow them, and you can't do that no matter how you feel. And you have to respect other people. So this proves two things. One, the vulgar F word is the worst, and it's much worse than just the normal F word in anger. Two, it can cause shock, and it did cause shock. And three, because of that, he could have been in serious trouble if Sheila hurt him, his form tutor, because they too would have been in shock and got very bad shock, shock and dismantle from this behavior. And when they found out, they would have punished him quite a bit, I would expect. They know I hate swearing too, because they know my personality. So definitely I I would have told them as well how I felt about this situation, and definitely ask for punishment. So I hope he learned how fortunate, but I feel he has been told off in the past for swearing because his teacher Barry would have given detention because he is pretty strict, because I used to do well in religious education. I knew he was a no nonsense man, and he he would really he would take his ruler sometimes and yeah, and give you a smack on the head like that if you misbehave. So I respect Barry for that. Thumbs up. And I love his authority and not feeling dismantled. So he can really establish authority. So Mark, I hope you got hit by the ruler. Barry, open your hand. And I feel he has been punished quite a few times because Barry really, and he was friendly too. Barry had a friendly style, but no nonsense. He was my favorite teacher at school, and but I beat Barry in a no swear challenge because in sixth form he said the F word a few times when referring to year 7 students. So Barry, you lost. I I went 6 whole years at school. That's more than 1800, probably more than 2100 plus days. So you see how great I am. I even beat, and this is a religious education teacher. I even beat my RV teacher in those three. And for that, I'm going to do a bit of a dance. Ooh. Yes, no swear, master. Yeah. Ooh. Yes. See, I got a excited. So you see how great I am and how much control I have over my speech. I be the great Barry at Noseway. I be all my teachers in Noseway except for think Sheila, the head mistress, and my form tutor and Russell, and a few others can match me, but I'm still the champion in Noseway. In the entire school, there's only one student who didn't swear for the whole 6 years, and that's me, the grand alien master. And I will always be proud of this moment because no one can do that. No one in any school apart from the spiritual schools in India where the ashrams of the most holy children can match 6 years, no F words at all. In fact, not only no F words, no S words, no P words, no B words, no PI word. So this is super legendary greatness, and for that I must celebrate. Yes, absolute greatness. Yes. So I am the greatest, the absolute beast, super beast mode, no swear. And I hope everyone in that school knows how great I was at no swear. There will never be someone like me. I should inspire you. How dare Mark use vulgar F words in front of me? So very bad. Mark, apologize wherever you are. I want apologies for that vulgar F word. And Sheila, if you hear this, I hope he apologizes to you 29 years later, because if you had caught him, I know you would have given him punishment, prodded his head like that. Okay, well, I better end the video now, but also in school, remember, you got me if you feel like swearing. Remember, I am going to send good vibrations. Do not let Satan make you curse. If you feel an effort coming out of your mouth, remember me, remember this. Corner's merch should save you. Okay, good luck.